Hi, Catherine Oakes here with Slice Marketing. What does it take to be authentic? We hear everywhere that being authentic is critical. There was a documentary on TV a couple of days ago where they were interviewing some celebrities and some very famous business people and asking them, what is it that makes you so successful? Where did you find that trigger that made you uncover yourself and helped you find a way to present yourself in a way that was different from everybody else? Let's remember this. Every human being is 100% different from the other one. So in essence, we are already different. The challenge is that we are molded by our society, and because we are molded by society, we have a tendency to become a little more similar to each other. But this is not what we are meant to be. Our similarities are superficially created by our environment. And those that uncover their true self, meaning those that have asked themselves the hard questions, are able to present themselves in a way that is true to their inner core, to who they truly are. That takes courage. That takes strength. And as I'm talking, you hear my dogs trying to play around and I'm trying to kick them because they are making noise and I'm making a video. So again, that's being authentic, right? You have to be real, you have to be transparent, and most importantly, you have to show yourself as vulnerable. If you try to make yourself appear as too perfect, as the one that has never had any failures, as a company that is offering everything the best to their clients, it's not going to appear real and people are not going to believe you. In order for people to believe you, you have to first believe in yourself. And in order to believe in yourself, you have to accept and embrace everything that we are, everything that you are. And that's tough because that is forcing us to ask ourselves the hard questions. It's interesting because I had a client a couple of days ago who has been writing a book. Great book. It's a person with huge amounts of experience in marketing and sales. He's been working all over the world. He is determined to helping others. His accomplishments are just outstanding. And everything that he was using to present himself in his bio was talking about his great accomplishments as a business person. What he had forgotten, however, is what made him truly different, because you have lots of people that have been very successful in marketing, lots of people that have been very successful in business, but all of them have a story. And what's interesting is the ones that are really making it out there are the ones that are telling their story. And it's hard sometimes to tell your story because your story may be reminiscent of times that you don't want to talk about anymore. Hard times, challenging times. But those are the times that define who you are. And those are the times that you need to speak about because it will make you vulnerable and it will make you believable. Everybody has challenges in their life. There's not one person that does not. But those that are okay to talk about their stories are those that are actually creating fellowship, because people can relate with them. They can relate with them because those people may have experienced exactly the same thing. So that customer had a very difficult childhood. He was beaten up by his father on a regular basis because his father wanted him to do things a certain way, act a certain way, and he was not often able to do what his father wanted. He was a child. So his father was just beating him up with a horsewhip or with a belt to teach him lessons. Well, guess what? There's so much you can take like that. When that customer reached the age of 16 and had been beaten up too many times, he decided to get out of the house and start living in his own life. That triggered him to be forced to make decisions that were more responsible at the age of 16. And that taught him invaluable lessons as to what he needed to do right then to find a job, to be noticed, to differentiate himself from all the 16 years old in this world. It was very hard then, but that taught him discipline that he was able to use all his life, and that at the end of the day made him successful. So I encouraged him to write down his story, and he said he had never done that before and he was a little bit concerned about it. I said, that's okay. Write down your story, take a few hours in your life, you can find that, sit down at the table and write down your story. Well, he ended up with a 20-page story. And he said it was so cathartic, it was so helpful for him to do it. It took out a lot of the negative energy that was stuck inside his body that he had never truly faced. And that helped him release a lot of the hurt that he had kept inside for so long. Well, guess what? I used some of that story to build his bio because that made him so interesting. That made him so unique. And I told him, this is what people are going to remember about you. More than all the awards that you had in marketing, more than all the successes that you had in sales. People are going to remember that very moment where you explained that you were beaten up by your father and that triggered you to take action and change your life to make your life positive, because staying in that situation could have meant something completely different. So being authentic is not that difficult. Being authentic starts with you being okay with you and taking all of who you are, and making it so that it is so inspiring that others will follow you. And whether you have a personal story to tell or a professional story to tell, whether you are a huge company or just a single person company, your ability to tell this story in a very genuine way will make you appear authentic. And that authenticity is going to be attracting exactly those that you want to attract, that will make a difference in your life and that will make a difference in your business. But that takes first the courage to face your past, to face who you are. And it's not getting back to your past, it's not going backwards. Some people say don't go backwards. No, it is today embracing who you are, telling that story that made you who you are, because it will be believable. That's authenticity. That shows courage, and that shows that you are okay with yourself, that you love yourself. That self-esteem will attract crowds and will make you stand out from everybody else and will make you memorable. That's my message for today. Till next time. Bye.